Oh, hello. Daddy D Wally here, and welcome to Nerd Chat. Quick review of the Wolverine V3 Pro White Edition Xbox and PC controller. If you're interested in this video, I'm just going to tell you right away, do I think you should buy this? Yes. If you are interested in this controller at all, buy it and try it for yourself. For me, I love so much about this controller, but unfortunately, I will be sending it back. Not because I don't think it's a fantastic controller, because I do think it's amazing, but because of basically two things that are just deal breakers for me. So again, this controller is amazing. And if you are at all interested in the Wolverine V3 Pro, go out, buy it, try it right now. So if you're here, I'm going to assume you're a fan of offset sticks. There's a reason when we hold controllers, naturally our thumbs go right here. And so I think it's only proper to have the thumbstick up here to move around and use this one to aim and then go up here to, reload, jump, etc. But as I've gotten older, I've really appreciated using back pedals. These are game changers. But again, this is an amazing controller. I'm going to start out with the things that are amazing about this controller. First thing are the face buttons. I don't know if you can hear it. They are very clicky, very responsive. They are amazing. Hall effect thumbsticks. This is the only Pro controller right now on Xbox PC that has Hall effect thumbsticks. Actually, there's a Power A1, but this one is the first one I've tried. The D-pad, very responsive, very clicky, amazing as well. Triggers, I hate to say this, but these triggers are better than the Elite and standard Xbox Series controller. The overall design of them, the feel, and when you have, here's without the mouse click, but when you put the mouse click on, man, there is nothing more satisfying than using these triggers. They are amazing, feel great. One of the best things about this controller, hands down, are the triggers. Bumpers are okay. I like the clicky feel of them, but I mean, I actually feel like with the standard controller, Xbox Series, and the scuff that I'll show you here in a second, I feel like those are a better overall design and feel, but these are great too. The back paddles, awesome. I love the placement of them. My only complaint, and this goes into one of the faults of this controller and why I'm returning it, is I wish you could remove them. I really like the overall design and feel of them, but for me personally, I've never been good at using four paddles. And I'll show you my Elite right here. The Elite, I have them facing up, and when I hold the Elite, it's gonna be kind of hard with this camera, my finger just rests right there, and it's easy to use. I don't get confused. With the Razer, unfortunately, when I'm holding this comfortably, and I'll get into another thing right there with just the ergonomics, my finger gets confused. Like one time I tried just using this, but then I'm pressing this. When I try to hold it like this, it's just not as comfortable. So for me personally, the back paddles, because I only like to use one, that's a deal breaker for me. Okay, but for some, you may be able to put all four fingers like I am right now and be great with it. I'm just, I for some reason, I can't get comfortable using one. I can't get comfortable using the other. So again, I want to say this is a fantastic controller. I think if you're at all interested, you should buy it, try it. The triggers, the face buttons, the Hall effect sticks, the back paddles are all amazing on this controller. Like it's a fantastic controller. But for me personally, when I'm holding it, I don't know why they did this, specifically putting up, actually, maybe I should grab this scuff because it does a better job showing. Just why is it cut off right here? This little bit of extra space, for me personally, makes a difference. When I'm trying to hold this controller, my pinky, I can't keep it up here with my other fingers, especially if I'm trying to use the paddles. it ends up down here, or I'm trying to punch it up here. That's the biggest flaw for me, is the ergonomics. It's just not as comfortable as holding the standard series control. This feels so good to hold. It's just so naturally comfortable to me. I can get all my fingers on there. Got my single paddle right here, and then I've got the other ones on the inside with the scuff. To me, that's my biggest complaint with the Razer, is its overall ergonomics and shape. If this was just a little bit longer, like the scuff, I feel like I'd be keeping this controller, and it would be my number one controller. And it doesn't look like much, but trust me, there is a difference, and it's unfortunately the deal breaker. And then the other part, the only other deal breaker, is I wish you could remove these. If you could remove these, I probably could keep this too. But like I said, whenever I'm trying to hold it and only use one, for some reason my fingers can't be. It's not comfortable like this, and then when it's more comfortable like this, but I feel like the other one's just getting in the way. Again, minor complaints. Overall, this is an amazing controller. I do think you should try it. I think it's worth the $200. The overall build quality is fantastic. Everything about this controller feels premium in quality. Amazing controller. Again, if you're at all interested in the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro, I think you should buy it and try it. For some, the ergonomics aren't going to be a big deal, but for me, it just I couldn't get past holding it. Like right now, I'm just like, why is my pinky falling off? And then right now I'm trying to only hit one of the back paddles, and it's like I can't decide which one my middle finger is trying to use down there. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for checking out. I really do think this is a fantastic controller, but for me, it is going to be returned. Again, pros, amazing face buttons, great thumbsticks, great D-pad, just the best triggers on any controller I've ever used. Best, absolutely hands down, best triggers ever used. Solid back pedal placement. I just wish you could remove them. So if you're at all interested, please go pick it up. I'm going to do another video here comparing the Scuff versus the Elite 2 and the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro. Thanks again for watching, and as always, see you online. The Nerd Chat is an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast across all social media. The show was created by Daniel Walenzik, and you can follow him at Daddy D. Wally. Co-host and producer Jose Martinez III can be found at Chipotle_Bear. Former intern, now co-host Jason Jarrett can be found at XBaconGaming. And former co-host, now returning intern, Chance Siegel can be found at BubbleBoyN7. If you'd like to find out more about the show, please visit nerdchatmedia.com. And as always, see you online.